Boy Shadow, about to kick a little poem for y'all. Concrete jungles. We, hood inhabitants, urban dwellers, pharmacists of streets living not in civilization but rather in concrete jungles. We live in the wild, lives that flow as freely as the Nile, descendants of every struggle in Egypt. And though we struggle now, we must realize that it's self-inflicted. Cause to be thugs and gangsters is how we strive. But that's not an aspiration as much as a way to survive, and not where any real G puts his pride. Now I ain't a G, I ain't a Crip, I ain't a Blood. I hang with them people, but I'm not a thug. I pride myself on striving to get out of the hood. It ought to be a crime just to think this good. Oh wait, I mean this well. In these concrete jungles that we dwell, they don't kill for fun. They kill to survive. It's kill or be killed in the world they live in, and they're not sorry to say that they're not looking to be forgiven, but we all have a story to tell. Like this one young dude became a thug at the age of 12, and not because he thought it was cool. You see, his father was murdered and his mom and little sister needed food. Now sometimes he'd smoke weed so he wouldn't grieve. He didn't want to live this way, but his mother and sister had needs. He took heed to the fact that just because he was making stacks didn't mean his people could stop watching their backs. But no matter how much protection he had looking out for every trap, his boy had enemies, so he had enemies. And in a shootout, his mom died of a heart attack, or cardiac arrest as they called it. And no amount of CPR could bring her back. And no antidepressant they gave him could take the pain away from that. Desperate, he moved into a trap house to keep him and his sister out of a foster home. But regardless of the amount of people there, they were still alone. Stuck in the twilight zone, and he did whatever to make sure his sister stayed off the streets and kept her body her throne. At 18, he ran the game now, but he was just making sure they survived. You see, no amount of money can stop the pain inside, but he made it. Even though in these concrete jungles to be yourself, you gotta be extremely courageous, he saved up enough to put him and his sister through college. And now he's a man, successful and married with children. His sister always stayed next to him, and their backs will never meet the ropes again. So you see, he's living proof that just because the rap game makes it seem like being a G is the only way to get them jewels, the urban legend can be overruled. And there's no such thing as a thug being a thug just to be cool, so stay in school. These concrete jungles are lessons. They teach you something, fool. Be yourself, but be something great too. Because in these concrete jungles, that is the only rule.